from the Big Flim Studio in Southern California. This is Big Flim's Pigskin Picks NFL Edition with your host, Lorenzo Big Flim Fleming. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to another edition of Big Flim's Pigskin Picks NFL Edition for week number 7 here on Big Flim Radio and TV. Yes. Thank you, folks. Sounds about right. And thank you for the applause, folks, and all that good accolades. So now we're almost near the halfway point of the NFL season. And let us get this party started, shall we, for week number 7. First, we're going to go over our stats. Like I said, we haven't been active like we should, and we're trying to work on to get better on that. For the 2 weeks that we did picks so far, weeks 4 and week 5. So far, we have a record of 19 wins, 10 losses. And as far as our pigskin pick of the week, we're 1-1. So far we're doing good, and we're striving to do better. And like I said, we're hoping to do better by recording more podcast episodes for you instead of being lackadaisical. So our deepest apologies for that. So now let's get on with our pigskin picks for week number 7. We start off with my home state team, the Atlanta Falcons. Sometimes I call them the Pigeons. Right now they're 3-3 as they travel down to Tampa Bay, Florida to take on the 3-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, aka the Succaneers. Now Tom Brady's now retired. Now he finally moved on to greener pastures now. And now Baker Mayfield is now commanding the helm as quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And right now, we have our first round pick from 2 years ago. Right now, I'm starting to get a brain fart. Please forgive me. Our starting quarterback that we have for the Falcons. Please forgive me. I'm having a brain fart here, but I'm going to move right along anyway. Right now, the Falcons have been kind of so-so. We started off 2-0, and then we lost 2 in a row. And then it's been back and forth, won a game with 3-2, and then we lost last week. Or did we won last week? I think we won last week. But anyway, we're at 500 at 3-3, and the Buccaneers are so far they're 3-2 right now. Right now, the odds makers have the Buccaneers at a -2.5 point favorite with an over and under of 38.5. But we're going to go with our home state team, the Atlanta Falcons, to win over the Buccaneers in the key NFC South Division matchup. All right, we have our Thursday night game, this past Thursday night game, which was already been played, and we've already made our picks before the game started. We had the 4-2 Jacksonville Jaguars playing the 3-3 New Orleans Saints. The Aints, the Who-Dats, the So Whats down there in Bayou Country. Right now, Trevor Lawrence, so far, he's still doing good. And like I said, he's finally leading that offense the way it should go. And like I said, right now the odds makers have the Saints, aka the Aints, at a -3 point favorite with an over and under 39. But we're going to stick with Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars to win over the Saints with Thursday Night Football. That is our pick. I haven't had a chance to check the score to see who actually won that game. Like I said, you probably already know who won. So if we were wrong, we were wrong. So it's all good. Now, moving right along. Our next pick, we have the Las Vegas Raiders under Jimmy Garoppolo at 3-3, traveling to the windy city of Chi-Town, Chicago, to take on the woefully struggling 1-5 Chicago Bears. The Bears! Like I said, Justin Fields seems like he's still struggling there as quarterback for the Bears. With that pitiful defense that they have, and also their offense really sucks, man. It is really bad. And his O-line is really letting him down. stuff like that. Right now, they got the Raiders at a minus 3-point favorite with the over and under of 37.5. And we're going to go with Jimmy Garoppolo and the Raiders to get a big win over the Bears. And the struggle continues for the Bears. All right, our next pick is an AFC matchup where we have the Cleveland Browns at 3-2 with Deshaun Watson. Right now, he's doing pretty good so far with the Browns. After all the personal issues and stuff that that transpired over the last 2 years, he can finally start it. And plus, he's serving that 4 games, serving his suspension because of his off the field issues. And we all know what that is, so we're not going to get into that. So, like I said, it's a new season, new frame of mind here. So, right now they're going up against the Colts with their 5th overall pick, Anthony Richardson. He's already suffered a concussion. Now he's out for the season with I think a separated shoulder, and he just had surgery this past week. So he's out for the rest of the year. So now they got Minshew, the backup quarterback, is covering down for the rest of the season. Let's see if Minshew can carry the Colts to the playoffs this year. We shall see. Right now, the Browns are minus 2.5-point favorites with an over and under of 39. But we're going to go with the Cleveland Browns and the dog pound over the Colts. All right, our next pick, we have a key AFC East divisional matchup where we have the 4-2 Buffalo Bills traveling to Foxborough, Massachusetts, to Gillette Stadium to take on the woeful, struggling 1-5 New England Patriots. Yes, we all know now the Tom Brady era in New England is officially over. He's retired and he's moved on to bigger and better things. And it's now Matt Jones and company for his 3rd straight year as quarterback. So, right now, the Patriots are really struggling on offense. Like I said, their defense is suspect, but it can make some improvement. And I know Bill Belichick will find a way to get his team to win and turn their ship around, and hopefully turn their season around because they're 1-5 right now. There's no other way but up. Right now, the odds makers have the Bills at a minus 8.5-point favorite with an over and under of 41.5. Who are we to disagree? So we're going to go with the Bills over the Patriots. And like I said, so far in the 2020 decade, the Bills are 6-1 against the Patriots, including the postseason. So before that, the Patriots been beating up the Bills since 2000, since Tom Brady came on the scene. But like I said, Tom Brady is retired and moved on. It's a whole new day for Buffalo and the Patriots rivalry now. All right, our next pick we have is the surging 3-3 Washington Commanders as they travel to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the woefully struggling New York Giants, aka the Midgets, who are at 1-5. And like I said, the Commanders, they had a so-so season so far. They had some ups and then they have some downs. But the Giants, they're definitely struggling. Like I say, Saquon Barkley, he's struggling in the running game. Daniel Jones is really struggling as quarterback, and his O-line is just horrendous, man. Right now, they got the odds makers with the Commanders with a minus 1.5 point favorites with an over and under 39.5. So we're going to go with the Washington Commanders in a big win over the New York Giants, a.k.a. the Midgets, in a key NFC East matchup. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Big Flim's Pigskin Picks NFL edition for week number 7 here on Big Flim Radio and TV.
Flim Radio wants you to know that approximately every 51 minutes, someone is killed in a drunk driving crash. Buzz driving can also cause huge financial penalties with fines and legal fees. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk. Find out more at nhtsa.org.
Hi, I'm here today because I'm addicted.
Big Flim Radio and TV.
Get ready. You know.
Now that's an addiction, man.
Hey folks, welcome back. If you haven't heard by now, Big Flim Radio and TV podcast channel is a podcast channel dedicated to music, talk, sports, veterans issues and information, as well as displaying new artists who are trying to promote their music. And also no commentary as well. Like I said, we just recently expanded to 7 channels, and with the possibility we might go 8. Like I say, if you have a chance, we did a video podcast channel episode for Lorenzo's commentary. That's one of our 7 podcast channel shows. It'll be posted on YouTube shortly, so please check it out. And also, again, please check out our website. Like I say, it's very interesting. We have an online store where we sell Big Flim Radio and TV theme merch, especially with Christmas over 60 days away from now. And you want to find that special gift for that special someone, family member, loved one, co-worker, a friend, a stranger, or if you want to send a special care package gift to someone serving in the military who's currently stationed overseas, as well as an alien from Mars or some alien from outside of our universe or our galaxy. By all means, please check out our podcast channel page at www.bigflimradiotv.com. Again, that's www.bigflimradiotv.com. That's BIGFLEM as in Mike, RADIO TV. Also, if you want to be a guest picker or prognosticator for our Big Flim Pigskin Picks NFL and as well as the college football edition, like I said, I hope you had a chance to check out yesterday's episode that we recorded yesterday. Or if you want to be a guest DJ, or you want to send out a dedication on one of our music channels, or if you want to be a guest host on one of our talk channels, or be a contributor, as far as, if you want to contribute your opinion on whatever topics that are being discussed in our talk show, or if you want to share some key vital information for our veterans of all military forces, stuff like that, or if you want to just leave your critique about how we're doing at Big Flim Radio TV podcast channel, or if you want to vent, or you want to critique, or if you need somebody to talk to, if you're at a low point in your life and you feel that suicide is the answer, I'm telling you folks, suicide is not the answer. So by all means, please hit us up via email at bigflimradiotv@gmail.com. Again, that's bigflimradiotv@gmail.com. Also, we're also on the social media platforms as well. Like I said, you can hit us up on X, formerly known as Twitter, using the handle @Flim_radio. Again, that's @Flim, FLEM as in Mike, _RADIO. You can also find us, we have a Facebook group page under Big Flim Radio and TV. And also we have a YouTube channel, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, that we try to record some video episodes that correlate with some of our audio podcast shows. And also we have some archival footage as well as some standalone videos of different things that we do, like when I do military training or doing something silly or something for entertainment value. You can check us out on our YouTube channel. Like I said, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel where we'll be able to put more content on there for your viewing pleasure. You'll find us on YouTube at Big Flim Radio TV 9011. Again, that's Big Flim Radio TV 9011. And also, again, please like and subscribe to our channel. All right, now let's get back to our picks, shall we? All right, our next pick, we have the 5-1 Detroit Lions from the Motor City, Motown, Detroit, Michigan, as they travel to the Chesapeake Bay area travel to Baltimore, to take on the 4-2 Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson and company. Right now, it seems like the Lions are doing pretty good with Jared Goff with their high explosive offense. The running game is pretty good. The defense is solid. And so it's the same as for the Baltimore Ravens. But I know Lamar Jackson, after he finally got his contract situation resolved over the offseason, and now he's more free to be himself. Right now, the odds makers have the Ravens at a minus 3-point favorite with the over and under of 42. But we're going to stick with the Detroit Lions. They're one of the hottest teams currently playing right now, so we're going to stick with them over the Ravens in a close game. All right, our next matchup, we have the 3-2 Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel City, USA, making a West Coast trip out here to LA to take on the 3-3 LA Rams, aka the Sheep. Right now, Matthew Stafford is kind of struggling a bit, stuff like that, and their offense is kind of so-so, it's kind of suspect, and their defense is kind of suspect as well. Right now, they have the Rams. The odds makers have the Rams as a minus 3-point favorite with an over and under of 43. And we're going to stick with the Rams to beat the Steelers. All right, our next pick, we have the Battle of the Birds. We have the Arizona Cardinals, really struggling at 1-5 as they travel to the Emerald City in Seattle to take on the Seattle Seahawks at 3-2. Right now, the Seahawks are minus 7.5-point favorite with an over and under 44.5. And we're going to stick with the odds makers and go with the Seahawks over the Cardinals. All right, our next matchup, like I said, this is kind of a toss-up matchup. We got the struggling 2-3 Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love under the helm as they travel to the mile-high city of Denver, where they're taking on the really struggling Denver Broncos at 1-5 right now. Russell Wilson is really struggling, man. And this is the second season there as quarterback, and things hasn't really improved there. And I know there's a lot of heat under. There's a lot of heat he's feeling, as well as that coach is feeling a lot of heat. Well, Sean Payton, took a break away from coaching, and now he took on the job of being the head coach of the Broncos. I know he's feeling a lot of heat and getting a lot of criticisms there in the Mile High City. Right now, the Packers are a minus 1.5-point favorite with an over and under of 44.5. Right now, we want to show Russell Wilson some love there in Denver, and we picked the Broncos to beat the Packers in a close one. So hopefully they can get off the snide and finally turn things around there in the Mile High City, because I know you folks are really fed up over there. You guys are really frustrated over there. All right, our next matchup is a key in an AFC West matchup where we have the 2-3 Chargers with Justin Aber and company traveling to KC-Mo, Kansas City, Missouri, at Arrowhead Stadium to take on the defending Super Bowl champ, the 5-1 Kansas City Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and company. Wonder if Taylor Swift will make an appearance there at the game, since you all know that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are currently an item right now. And plus she's been cited at the last two Chiefs games, so maybe she'll make an appearance there today as they host the Chargers. Right now, the Chiefs are a minus 5.5-point favorite with an over and under of 49. And who are we to disagree with the experts? So we're going to stick with the Chiefs. I think they'll win this one by at least 2 to 3 scores. I'll say they should beat them by 15 points at the minimum. All right, our next pick. This will be our pigskin pick of the week, which will be our Sunday night matchup, where we have the hot 5-1 Miami Dolphins, a.k.a. the Tuna Fish, under Tua Vailoa, as they travel to the city of brotherly love to take on Jalen Hurts and some of our former University of Bulldog players, Jordan Davis and company, and Jacoby Dean, and that big stout defense. And the reigning NFC champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. So it'd be a battle between two former University of Alabama quarterbacks. both of their quarterbacks won national championships with Alabama when they were quarterbacks, and actually one replaced the other during a championship game, the 2017 championship game against Georgia, when Jalen Hurts was the starting quarterback at Alabama and Tua was the backup, and then Tua got substituted back in and led the drive to beat Georgia in overtime to win the national championship. And then Jalen Hurts ended up transferring to Oklahoma after that. So it's all good. I think this is going to be a battle of offenses here, as well as defenses as well. Tyreek Hill, he's the outstanding wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, a.k.a. the tuna fish. And right now, the odds makers have the Eagles at a very close -1.5 point favorite with an over and under 52. So we're going to stick with the Eagles in a very close, tight ball game here. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be a shootout. Like I said, Miami already put up 70 points against Denver like a month ago. I think it was a month ago when they did that. And they had a shootout to open up the season against the Chargers. They had a shootout. So there's no telling what might happen in this game. But I think the Eagles will pull it out in a close one. All right, our next matchup will be a Monday night matchup where we have another hot team, the 5-1 San Francisco 49ers, with Brock Purdy, the Offensive Player of the Year last season, as they travel up to Minneapolis, Minnesota, the home of Prince, to take on the struggling 2-4 Minnesota Vikings. Like I say, see, like Kirk Cousins and company up there, and Jared Jefferson are kind of like struggling up there in Viking land, and they need to get back on track. But right now, the 49ers are the hot team in the NFC. Right now, they got the 49ers as a -6.5 point favorite with an over and under 44. And who are we to disagree with the odds makers? So we're going to stick with the 49ers. I think it will beat them by at least 10 points over the Vikings in the Monday night matchup. All right, folks. And also, we have a couple of teams that are taking a bye week this week. Some of these teams definitely need a break to get back on track, or at least get their batteries recharged. We have the winless Carolina Pathetic Panthers at 0-6. They haven't won a game yet. Bryce Young, the first overall pick in this year's draft. They definitely need this bye week. Hopefully they can figure out what went wrong so far and what they need to do to get back on track to get their first win of the season and hopefully turn their season around. The Cincinnati Bengals, a.k.a. the Bungles, they're 3-3. Joe Burrow, Joe Camel and company they've been struggling this season. They need a recharge. The Cowboys, they have a bye week this week. They're 4-2. The Texans, the Texans are starting to get a little better. They're 3-3. The Jets, 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 they're 3-3 after coming off an awesome win against, who was that? The Cowboys they beat? I believe it was the Cowboys they beat last week. And then, of course, the Tennessee Titans up there in Nashville, Music City, USA. Right now, they need a break to recharge and reset, and hopefully they can get their season turned around. All right, folks. We'll be right back as we wrap up this episode of Big Flim's Pigskin Picks NFL Edition for week number 7 here on Big Flim Radio and TV.
Gnarly, dude. This is Jess Spicoli. When I'm out hanging 10, catching the waves, checking out the chicks, and skipping Mr. Hand's class, I'm just listening to Big Flim Radio and TV. Oh.
All right, folks, welcome back. Like I said, right now we're getting ready to do our recap of our picks for week number 8 of Big Flim's Pigskin Picks NFL Edition 2023 here on Big Flim Radio and TV. Like I said, we start off with my home state team, the Atlanta Falcons, aka the Pigeons. A win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, aka the Succaneers. This one is a Thursday night matchup, which has already been played on Thursday night, and we already made our picks beforehand. We picked the Jaguars over the Saints, aka the Aints, or the Who Dats, or the So Whats. We picked the Raiders over the Bears. We picked the Browns over the Colts. We picked the Bills over the Patriots. We picked the Commanders over the Giants, aka the Midgets. We picked the Detroit Lions over the Baltimore Ravens. We picked the LA Rams, aka the Sheep, over the Pittsburgh Steelers. We picked the Seahawks over the Cardinals in the Battle of the Birds. We picked the Broncos. We're going to show some love to Russell Wilson and company and Sean Payton, the coach. The Broncos over the Packers. We picked the defending Super Bowl champion, the Kansas City Chiefs, over the Chargers in the key AFC West matchup. Hopefully Taylor Swift will be there to support her man, Travis Kelce. And our pigskin pick of the week, we picked the Eagles over the Dolphins in a close one. We don't know, it might be a shootout, but I know it's going to be a close game. And for our Sunday evening matchup and for our Monday night matchup, we picked the 49ers over the Vikings. All right, folks. And also, we've already mentioned just a few minutes ago in our earlier segment, the teams that have bye weeks are the Carolina Pathetic Panthers at 0-6. They're the only winless team left. Hopefully they'll get their first win after the bye. We got the Cincinnati Bengals, a.k.a. the Bungles. We got the Dallas Cowboys, a.k.a. the Cowpokes. We got the Houston Texans. And we have the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans from Music City, USA. Those are our teams that are on a bye week this week. Hopefully they'll get well rested, they get recharged, and hopefully they'll figure out what's gone wrong so far this season, and hopefully they can turn things around coming off their bye week next week. So, with that being said, folks, we're going to wrap up another edition of Big Flim's Pigskin Picks NFL Edition for week number 7 here on Big Flim Radio and TV. And also, I hope you have a chance to check out the Big Flim's Pigskin Picks College Football Edition. Also, check out next week's edition as well, because we got a couple of key matchups, including the current defending 2-time national champion, the University of Georgia Bulldogs, as they take on our division and conference rival down south of the St. Mary's River, with those lousy stinking Florida Gators in the annual get-together. They call it the world's largest outdoor Gator Bowl game, formerly known as the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. So make sure you check out for that episode, as well as our other podcast shows as well. And also check out our YouTube channel. Like I said, we're getting ready to upload a new video for one of our podcast shows, Lorenzo's Commentary, that was recorded yesterday evening. So please check that out. And again, please check out our online store where we have some awesome Big Flim Radio TV themed merch. And again, please check out our website at www.bigflimradiotv.com. Again, that's www.bigflimradiotv.com. And also hit us up on our email at bigflimradiotv@gmail.com. And also, I forgot one more special plug. If you want to be a sponsor of one of our podcast shows, if you want to record a commercial to help support us, by all means, please, contact us at bigflimradiotv@gmail.com if you want to sponsor one of our podcast shows, or if you want to record a commercial to support, promoting your business. We can work things out, and we can work together to help each other out. By all means, please contact us, and also pass it on to your friends, your neighbors, your co-workers, your loved ones, stranger, whatever. Let them know. Please check out Big Flim Radio and TV. Until then, take care. God bless. Stay safe. If you haven't gotten your flu shot yet, please, by all means, please get your flu shot. And also, don't forget, COVID-19 virus is still floating around here. It's not as bad as it was over the last couple of years, but it's still there, as well as that RSV virus, that respiratory virus. Also, make sure you get immunizations for that, and also get your booster shots for COVID, if need be. If you don't want to do it for yourself, at least do it for your family members and other people, as well as the elderly and newborns, because they're the most vulnerable because their immune system is compromised or weakened, and those who have pre-existing illnesses and injuries. Please think about them as well as yourself. Take care. God bless. Love one another. Be peaceable with one another. And have faith and stay strong. here on Big Flip Radio and TV.
Big Flim's Pigskin Picks NFL and college football editions are a production of Black Rebel Productions in association with Flim Media, a division of LWF Enterprises, LLC. The opening theme music clips are the sole properties of CBS Sports College Football as well as Fox NFL Sports. This podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only.
Who are you?
We're Big Flim Radio and TV.